One thing that atheists always say, which I think is very true, that I think Christians have trouble uh, grappling with, but they need to really get it into their heads, is that atheists tend to understand Christianity better than Christians do. I mean, we have to, or somebody who used to be one. We had to spend our entire lives defending our position in a world that tells us, we're evil or whatnot. So when I said, anyone who could help explain this newfound spiritual stuff to me, I didn't mean I needed Christianity 101 explained to me in a patronizing way. I understand who the devil is, or who Christians think the devil is, or the enemy, or the adversary, or whatever you want to call it. I meant specifically anybody who knows anything about these secret societies or spiritual cults that appear to be rampant all over the country. Anybody who has any actual factual knowledge of that stuff, hit me up. I want to know who the fuck was I dealing with? Was this just some kitchen witch on her own? Some little family cult operating out of their own thing, like starting with her mom, the politician, or starting with her mentor, the banker, I don't know, or was this part of some vastly organized nationwide thing of elites, or say were the Andersons involved? Did they bring her in specifically for the purpose? Was Griffin, the company that she worked at before, were they involved? Because that would involve the other person I was talking about the other day, whose husband also works in the same place that she did. Lots of things like that. That's what I mean when I say, hit me up if you have any light you can shed on this stuff for me. But speaking of that, Christianity 101, the devil, the enemy, the adversary, whatever you want to call him, I've talked a little bit about how, one of the problems I have with the Bible is all the war talk, the enemy's this, the enemy's that. And that's kind of what I was getting at. Kind of not. I mean, I definitely, individuals have enemies. There's no doubt there. I clearly have at least one. Apparently a cult full of them. And there's nothing wrong with, and if people use their faith as part of defending against that, that's fine. I can understand that. But just as on a theological level, that's one thing where I really disagree with Christianity is I do not believe there is an enemy. I do not believe there is a devil. There are devils. There are enemies. But I do not believe that there is an evil counterpart to God. And this goes back to science and physics. Darkness is just the absence of light. In the darkness, lots of nasty things will spring up. But I do not believe that there is a single organized leader of the darkness. There is not a devil who wants people to sin. Lucifer, if there is indeed a fallen archangel named Lucifer, I do not believe he is this devil. I don't believe he wants people to sin. I think he believes people will sin and wants to punish them for it. The evil is in us. The evil is in humanity. And if we want to talk about it in terms of demons being attached to us, maybe that's real. Maybe demons are just souls. Maybe angels are just souls that have all, at various points of incarnation and reincarnation. I don't know. I'm no longer rejecting all Christian theology, but I'm also not embracing it because I believe the Buddhists have some of it right. I believe the Hindus have some of it right. I think when you merge them all together, somewhere in between, maybe we'll stumble on the truth. So maybe demons are real, but they are just souls just people in various states of incarnation who have not yet found the light, or are still working through bad karma or creating bad karma. I don't know. I can't say, but my point was, I do not think there is an enemy. I do not believe that there is a single organized evil hierarchy with a devil at the top. Certainly not one who wants people to do bad things. Though, as I said, I do think that there could be something to Lucifer as the trickster who wants to reveal the evil that's already in people because he thinks it's there and wants to punish them for it. But these are just some rambling thoughts. As I've stated many times, I know that I know nothing. I just know that every other person who claims to know something, they also know nothing. Maybe between us we'll stumble on the truth.